Our spoken word today is titled All Lives Matter by Frederick Nonso. Do not be frightened of evil. We are all conditioned from childhood into trusting good. For every white, there must be a black. Equilibrium is maintained. Evil is only dangerous to those who enter it half-heartedly. Either you must abandon yourself to it entirely, or you must leave it alone. Life birthed good, and evil has taken away the humanity in most living entities. People are people no matter how small, big, black, white, short or tall, male or female, they are, for every life matters. This time is not just about George Floyd. Let's remember that kid in the north whose life was prematurely terminated, along with so many dreams of becoming, taken away because men have grown brutish. We will continue to paint about it. We will continue to sing about it. We will continue to write about it until every eye and ear realizes that this world should be nothing less than utopia.
We begin in Ogun State, where this group of artists are paying tribute to one of the veterans on the Nigerian art scene who can never be forgotten.
A beehive of activities at the June 12 Cultural Center in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, in honor of mastery. The state chapter of the Society of Nigerian Artists has decided to wrap their week around veteran painter and teacher Aina Onagbolu.
Art community life in Ogun State is somehow moribund because unlike Lagos, where you have a series of galleries and people or artists all over, but in Ogun State it's as if we are just making effort now to put life into art in Ogun State. Part of our effort to ensure that we revive art in Ogun State is what we are doing today.
He left the art scene 50 years ago, but his footprints linger in the sands of time. Beyond the major role he played in ensuring that art was put in the school curriculum, he promoted the drawing of environmental forms and portraiture.
His work was not just art. It was art for the glory of God. It was art for the elevation of the human psyche and character. So he did not draw or paint just to entertain or flatter or make money. He saw art as a means of communicating ideas that are very difficult to put in words, in pictures. And so he sometimes referred to art as a universal language. Because he also saw the importance of recognizing the scientific basis of good representational art, he taught things like perspective, like pigmentation, like anatomy, and he allowed the students not only to study the human form, but also to use their imagination to do what he called imaginative compositions.
His life is an inspiration, especially for the young artists here who are either enjoying or taking part in this Phases and Faces exhibition. They do this with their senior colleagues.
This country, if you are not in the sciences, and it shows in all the fairs of developmental endeavor, how many bachelor's have come from the arts? You see, they believe that if you are not in the sciences, you cannot know, you are not yet there. But we are there. At least we are there in our mind. Spiritually, we are there. We are determined. You can see what we did today, Onagbolu. The first in Africa to practice a white man's art, what we have today. I thought it goes back to 1892. Can't Nigeria celebrate? Imagine if that is the situation in Europe or maybe in England, in America. There will be monuments to honor Onagbolu, who single-handedly introduced art to not only to Nigeria, but to Africa. So that's why this celebration is worth it.
The artists bring variety to the hall with their different styles and techniques.
I make use of the waste in the environment to create my art. Most importantly, the plastic waste, which are everywhere around us and they are constitute nuisance in the environment. So what I do as an environment, as an artist, to solve the problem of reducing and reducing those materials to create an aesthetics for mankind. And I've been doing that for the past years now. So for this particular work is one of the freestyle in the studio. You know what I mean with freestyle? You have a bigger project and you have some remnants of materials. Let me just create something with it. Since we can't create waste out of waste. So that's the outcome of this, which I title from one of my understanding when I was in secondary school, Circumference of a Circle. That's the title.
The artworks are fantastic. I've seen one or two works that are hyper-realistic works. Now you have to look closely to even know whether it's photographs or not. And I've seen some good creative ceramic works. I've seen some porcelain works. I've seen some good paintings by a lawyer who is an artist and yet he's a law student. I've seen works of the great Tejuosho, which very fantastic work by him. I've seen works of great Nigerian artists, and I'm encouraged that we are producing these kind of works in Ogun State. In honor of the first Nigerian modern artist and also African artist, not only an artist but also an educator, a man that was given the member of the British Empire. That I learned about it today from the lecture of Professor Oloidi about this Aina Onagbolu. I never knew he's Aina Onagbolu of member of the British Empire. I never knew he was conferred with that honor. And his selflessness and everything. You know, I'm happy to be part of this celebration.
This exhibition is just one of the events lined up for the Society of Nigerian Arts celebration.